because I'm going to cut it at this point again. Ready? Okay.
Welcome back to our podcast, As Unknown. I am your host, Ethan. We got...
Alex the Phallist. I still need a better nickname, you dick.
And we got Mr. Narwhal. We are talking about the SnallyGaster part 506 because we tried this episode so many damn times.
What was it, a few weeks ago? Tried this and the audio just didn't
turn
out right?
We're doing that, and we're going to probably do another video after this, or a podcast after this, and it'll be it,
I don't know if you can see the computer, bud.
So basically, we're going to do the rundown, talk about the topic, what we think about it, then talk about articles, have questions, and question each other, basically, about it.
So do you want to do the articles first, or?
Oh, we'll just give our, info, what do we think about it?
Okay, well, then you start first. I
guess with SnallyGaster, the way that I think about it is before I read into it, my thing is probably like a prehistoric animal, maybe, if it was real. Because, I don't know if it's real or not, because, But if it was real, it's probably like a prehistoric animal who just got clapped by moonshine fumes.
Well, there's also a thing, too, that it's a mixture of different creatures, like an experiment.
It could be, but it was in the 1900s. Who in the fuck should be experimenting in the 1900s?
I don't know. People have shit, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. I kind of like your prehistoric and experiments as well. I mean, that could be secret society experimenting.
It seems like every cryptid now, or not now, I should say. It seems like almost every cryptid. It's always been, it was an experiment. It's like, really?
Well, I mean, superhumans gone wrong.
No,
really?
No, if it was
how'd they get out of the X Mansion?
That's fair. But if it's a creature from just say
SCP Foundation, I got one.
If it's a creature from the 60s or 70s, maybe 50s, it makes sense because scientists were genetically splicing. That kind of makes sense.
Are you talking about Cold War experiments and that?
Yeah, stuff like that. Now that would make sense.
But this was early settlers,
1900 and
this was 1730.
Because and I think too some might there's different theories. I'm not sure if any of them are that I'm saying are right, but I do know that it was either experiment or extraterrestrial, or
that would kind of make sense.
There have been reports in history
because apparently the article says it has a 20-foot tail. So but I don't know any pterosaur that would have a 20-foot tail, because they don't have. I don't think any
that has a long tail like that, flying.
Yeah, because
nothing that I can think of.
Because if you look at prehistoric dinosaurs like pterosaurs, they only had little nubs.
They didn't have
there were some pterosaurs that did had tails, but they're only narrowly long and stuff.
Yeah,
But people say it could be a dragon.
Yeah, I do know. I see SnallyGaster. I do know somewhat about.
Can you read up about? Do you need my iPad?
No, not right now.
Okay.
But I have read up on it a lot. Not a lot, but I have read up on it a bit. I've read some books about it. I do know that it's supposed to be. They said something about it being a cross of a bird. Like a chicken bird, a lizard. What else? I know some. Apparently now some certain, depending on who you talk to, who you read, or where you read, it has one eye. Just one eye, dead center of the head with the beak.
In the illustration, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some say. Well, one of the earliest. I wouldn't say earliest reports. One of the reports was about a woman sitting at home and just heard another scream, but it sounded like a woman, and then saw that thing fly overhead. I think the eye can peer in to the next dimension or something.
Oh shit!
I think that's what it was.
That's
something like that.
That's
I heard.
Pretty interesting.
That is actually pretty interesting because it's if it can do that, it could see your move before it even happens. So maybe I don't know.
Teddy Rosevelt believed in it.
Oh yeah, because
it talked about
in an article
about that in one of our earlier episodes.
I'm gonna go hunt a SnallyGaster now.
I'm gonna hunt a SnallyGaster, but apparently people are saying that the SnallyGaster is either West Virginia or Maryland. But the article here,
it's Apple. Yeah.
But the article here, mainly the sightings are from Maryland, which makes sense because
you want me to start reading the article?
I mean, yeah, you could. But
right, I'll let you finish and then I'll start reading.
But in Western Maryland though, because people were oh no, it's West Virginia. And I'm well, actually, there was Italian coal miners in West Virginia. Western Maryland mainly been settled by Germans, so
German and French.
You use the process of elimination.
German and French.
Yeah.
Point Lookout was one of the earliest settlements of Maryland. which those are French, I believe.
Yeah, because I know that here in Western Maryland, like in Hagerstown and stuff like that, Williamsport, it's mainly German. Deutsche. But go on, Alex. Let me hear you suckling man-voiced.
SnallyGaster, winged creature of the Northwest. For centuries, a large winged beast known as a SnallyGaster is said to have terrified the people of Frederick County, Maryland. The dragon-like beast is described as half reptile, half bird, living deep in South Mountains caves. What caves are big enough around here for that?
South Mountain.
Like, yeah, but like have you hiked up like near Catoctin and stuff?
Number 4.
There is a big cave down there.
I think it's.
What about the caves of like near like you know when you're leaving Shepherdstown? Apparently, there's like big caves around there that were apparently
underneath like the mountains and
stuff.
Yeah,
that's where Confederate gold was at. Dun dun dun. But
Let's go hunt it.
Maybe we could. Do you know? Actually, there's actually a story about that. There were these treasure hunters, right?
Who decided to make a podcast? We have so much ADHD in this room.
But no, well, it's about treasure hunting because like these people, they were treasure hunting, and they found this gold, and it got the FBI involved, and FBI was like, all right, since we're involved, you can't be around here. We'll let you back. We'll let you know. Then these people apparently they were at night they would see like apparently like government vehicles keep on going in there bringing stuff out. So and at the end of the investigation, because like during the whole investigation, the government was like saying like, hey, we got major leads and all that. We got a bunch of leads. Then at the end of the investigation, like, yeah, we didn't find anything, even though they caught them pulling stuff out.
They didn't find anything.
It's like
find anything.
Nah, that's going to Biden's taxes.
Government hoax.
But yeah, South Mountain has a bunch of caves. And have you ever heard of South Mountain magic?
Like, have you heard of like Hog Rock and like Chimney Rock and all those? Those are like giant crevasses and stuff.
Not to mention, doesn't High Rock have a bunch of caves and stuff like that?
I don't think so.
Because I remember that you went in there and you obviously got to run in with the police.
No, High Rock is literally a cliff.
Okay, I thought there'd be like caves on the side.
There's like on the side of it. There's like little like you climb down. There's just like rock formations.
Yeah,
you can
there's
walk
like
around,
edges.
But there's not like caves you go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
There's a cop always sitting up there though at the top, like
probably because of me.
So you don't go up to the towers, which is like suspicious.
Well, because Reed has a story about that. But I'm like. But back to the South Mountain. There's apparently like legends of South Mountain I do want to talk about. Because apparently in South Mountain there's like a bunch of magic and stuff like that. There was like wizards that like did shit in there. Literally, there was some.
That would explain SnallyGaster. It was a wizard thingy effect, majiggy.
It could be.
Maybe someone brought it from another dimension, opened up a portal, and then this thing just crawled out. And now we're like, well, shit. What do we do now?
Yeah, what do we do now? But go on.
So the mysterious creature is said to swoop silently down from the sky, stealing farm animals and children from unsuspecting farm folk.
That's a pedophile.
Okay, Jared from Subway. That's all it is. It's just Jared.
It's him in a suit. He's been living amongst us for centuries.
How old is he?
Nobody
he just was finally caught.
And that's why he vanished off the face of the earth, never to be seen again.
Oh my god. The area was settled by German immigrants in the beginning of the 1730s. Who called the creature SnallyGeist, meaning quick spirit in German. The earliest folklore mixes the half-bird features with the nightmarish features of demon and ghouls.
Okay, so
another theory pretty much showing up is that it's from hell.
Basically, hey, and
was that one that you saw? Was it's just like a demon bird thing?
No, I was just saying from that because saying like ghoul demon. It's like,
but here's the thing though. Here's the thing: if it's from South Mountain,
there's too many theories.
But like, if it's from South Mountain though, right? And apparently there's reports of South Mountain to have like a bunch of wizards and like witchcraft and stuff.
Wasn't there something around?
They could spawn that shit.
Wasn't there something around here? I can't remember when or what place exactly, but there was like a giant hole in the ground that is rumored to be the entrance to hell or something.
I don't know if that's here.
I know it's somewhere.
Are you you're not talking about like Centronella, like Pennsylvania, where the thing's on fire? That there's another place somewhere around the world. It might have been like the Middle East where the Russians were like drilling. They drilled like so far down. They hit like a methane pocket. And I don't remember how far. It was like really, really deep. It's like the biggest one that they've dug. And it got lit on fire and now it's like forever on fire, pretty
Yeah,
much.
I know what you're talking about because like I'm pretty sure it's in Kazakhstan.
Okay.
Or
One of the
Azerbaijan.
one of
or
the
Azerbaijan
stands,
or whatever.
yeah.
Bayan. I can't pronounce it right.
Okay, so it's the door to hell is a continually burning crater located in remote. Well, no, there's not. That's not what it is. Hold on.
That's the one I'm talking about there.
Oh, Turkmenistan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
thought
there
it
was
Azerbaijan.
I said
no,
one
but
of
there
the
was some
sand
no, there
countries.
was something else that I like read was somebody was it was
Was it
like an explorer who found like a cave or whatever and went down in it and just heard and felt shit.
No, I don't know. I haven't heard about that.
which would make sense around here? There's a bunch of seismic activity.
Do you want me to continue on?
Yeah, you can continue
Okay.
on as Reed looks searches.
Other descriptions describe the beast as a half reptile, half bird with metallic-like beak lined with razor-sharp teeth. Teeps, yeah. Sorry.
Razor sharp teeth.
I saw the P on the end and my brain went teeps. Sometimes it is described as having an octopus-like tentacles. The earliest stories claim that the monster sucked the blood of its victims.
Maybe it's the door.
The Snallygaster has one widely known enemy called Deweo. The Deweo is reportedly to be a mammalid biped with features similar to a wolf, but the stance and stature of a human. The Deweo and the Snallygaster have reportedly had vicious encounters dating back to the earliest settlements of the Middletown Valley.
So the Deweo is apparently Maryland's version of either a werewolf or dogman.
Hold on, let me click on the link to the Deweo because I want to know what it looks
Because
like.
I
if
do want
there's,
to do
like,
I do want to do an episode
descriptions
on
of it.
the Deweo or Deweo.
Okay, so like a werewolf, but not as
It's
werewolfy.
not. It's not a werewolf.
It's not.
It's like a shapeshifter.
So it looks like a wolf standing on two legs, but not
But
like how you would think a werewolf would look.
Yeah,
Cause
it's because I remember hearing about that. It's
Apparently-
not like a werewolf, but it's some like shapeshifter disguising as a werewolf.
I mean, I heard that too. But
Like a
so apparently that
I don't understand the
Deweo.
skinwalkers. Are they like shapeshifters?
no, I think okay. Reed might know
Deweo
better.
in the woods of Maryland is said to hide a wolf-like creature known as a Deweo or Deweo. It is described as having features similar to a wolf with dark fur over its entire body, a long, bushy tail, and a dog-like nose. But it stands like a human and utilizes four-leg-like arms. So it doesn't. It's like a wolf man, but not a werewolf.
Okay,
Okay, so it's literally just a
Doesn't help
wolf
at all.
that looks like a man.
basically.
So like you could think of it like if you wanted like a description of how it walks, like the Khajiits of Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it
Stuff
just,
like this. Ooh, it's probably gonna blur.
we'll put a better thing up on the screen.
Yeah. And I think plus he's gonna teach me and Reed how to do
There's a cooler one.
that looks pretty cool.
Make sure it didn't try to lock it. Okay.
You forgot to like you lock
I forgot
it.
to lock the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I think the difference because Reed knows better with skinwalkers than I do. They're like evil.
I do.
I thought you mentioned like, or was that Matt? Well, skinwalkers are
probably
like kind of like shapeshifters in a way.
Well, skinwalkers are pretty much shapeshifters, are they not? Because don't they like?
Yeah. No, I don't think we have skinwalkers in our region.
I know they're
I think
more
they're
in
more
like the
Texas,
like
New
the-
Mexico, 'cause
yeah
Navajo.
where the
Yeah.
the reservations
Oh.
are.
Now like the
Well-
northern tribes have the Wendigo and stuff like that.
Well, the Navajo in Navajo culture, it has the ability to turn into like animals and stuff. So not exactly.
Navajo, you're close.
I said Navajo.
Oh, okay.
Navajo.
You're
Am I
It's
not right?
same thing.
Am I not right?
same thing.
You were close.
I'm pretty sure it's Navajo.
You said
Anyways,
Navajo. All right. So, do you want me to continue?
But oh yeah, I was gonna mention. So the Deweo has this like apparently had like this symbol or whatever, and the barns around here. Apparently, a lot of like German settlers on their barns would have that like 8-pointed star, because that's the sign of the
Yep.
Deweo that'll scare off the Snallygaster.
Wardham. Yep, I heard about
Not
that.
like a pentagram, right?
No,
no,
it's an
pentagram's
8-point star.
5-point.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
imagine.
I'll look it up here in
Yeah.
a second.
A lawyer who quit to become an OnlyFans performer says she now makes more money and is happier.
All right, so getting back. For years, the SnallyGaster lived only in the pages of folklore until 1909, when stories of the beast began to appear in newspapers. Encounters between local residents and the winged creature in February and March of 1909 described it as having enormous wings, a long pointed bill, claws like steel hooks, and an eye in the center of its forehead. Further, it was said to make screeches like a locomotive whistle.
One book I read said something about it, or said it screamed like a woman. But it's probably just loud.
What if? Yeah.
And you did mention about the woman on the porch hearing a woman scream and saw that thing fly over. So yeah,
it was in a book I read. I don't remember what book I read because that was years ago.
A February 1909 article claimed that the man had been seized by the winged creature, which proceeded to sink its teeth into its jugular and drain the body of blood before dropping it along a hillside.
Chupacabra.
The story was carried prominently in Middletown, Maryland's Valley Register and soon spread far and wide, so much so that the Smithsonian Institution offered a reward for its hide. U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt reportedly considered postponing an international trip to hunt the beast personally.
You mentioned that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? You cause so much of a ruckus, and now the U.S. president's like, get
that
my
sounds
gun.
Nice. I'm going to join in.
Get my gun, 12 gauge, motherfucker.
In early years, the flying beast seemed to be everywhere at once. In New Jersey, it was reported that its footprints were first discovered in the snow. In West Virginia, it was said that the flying beast almost caught a woman near Scrabble, was found roosting in a farmer's barn, and laid an egg the size of a barrel near Sharpsburg. A man in Castown, Ohio, wrote a letter to the Valley Register telling of a strange creature that flew overhead, making terrible screeching noises. He described it as having 2 enormous wings, a large horny head, and a tail 20 feet long.
Horny head, you say?
In Maryland, it was first sighted by a man who operated a brick-burning kiln near Cumberland. Spied near the kiln sleeping, it emitted a blood-curdling scream when it awoke, angrily flew away. It was also sighted near Hagerstown, south of Middletown, at Lover's Leap, and seen flying over the mountain between Gapland and Burkittsville, where it was reported to have laid another very large egg. The last sighting in Frederick County occurred in 1909, where 3 men fought the creature outside a railroad station for nearly an hour and a half before chasing it into the woods of Carroll County.
Just imagine, like, you're walking in Hagerstown, and, like, you know, you see some creature fly over you. You're like, I live in this town too much.
Just Hagerstown.
That's just a normal day in Hagerstown.
Just a normal day, and you see someone on the side like, "Hey, get any thiggies?"
Or what if it like,
got any cash? Now I guess it comes up.
What if it lays an egg while it's flying, and you just get a barrel-sized egg dropped on your dome?
You know what the SnallyGaster reminds me of?
What?
Poltra. Look it up. Just look up Poltra for a moment.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, please.
Poltra.
It might spell it wrong. Not that.
I don't know. Poltura.
Oh, that's actually a thing.
It's a Hungarian monetary unit.
No, not that. Here, hold on. Let me.
I don't even know what it is.
Not.
So
no,
it's not.
Hold on. It's. The joke was gonna be there if it showed up right away instead of me being an
now
idiot
the joke
and not
is
knowing
dead.
it exists. No, the joke is not dead because I'm going to look it up.
Joke does not.
All right, while you're looking up, I'll read this next paragraph. In Maryland, it was first sighted by a man who... I already read that. Wait, where's the other one?
Right
there it is.
Pultra, Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah.
The egg people were gonna sacrifice, or the yokelings were gonna sacrifice the parents to the Pultra.
After there were no more sightings of the mysterious creature for the next 23 years, at which time it once again appeared in Frederick County, Maryland. The first report said the bird was seen just below South Mountain in Washington County. So South Mountain is it that one, or is it the one over near Boonesboro?
Matt, probably like
South Mountain when you were heading to Frederick.
So that one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
And that's where the wizards live and like fairies and stuff like that.
It was surmised.
I don't know.
It was surmised at the time that the life expectancy of the Snallygaster was estimated about 20 years. The new sightings were from the offsprings of the creature in 1909. At the time, the Middletown Valley Register requested that local residents who spied the creature should provide a accurate and detailed description as possible for scientific purposes. 2 residents soon reported having seen the beast just east of Braddock Mountain, flying about 25 feet overhead, confirming the descriptions published the previous week. The next thing heard of the Snallygaster is that it died in Washington County when it was overcome by the fumes of a moonshine still
rednecks
and fell from the sky into a 2,500-gallon vat of alcohol. According to the story, revenue agents soon arrived, destroyed both the beast and the vat.
Oh, that would have been awesome. Be like, hey, come on down and try my homemade bottled, whatchamacallit moonshine.
Snallygaster moonshine. Make you fucking fly.
Since we live in Appalachia, and during this time, this one guy's probably walking
FBI,
by.
CIA are just like, you can't call it that. Whatchamacallit? It's Snallygaster.
Like fucking.
It's just the blood of my enemy.
Like the guys walking out like, man, my damn near grandpa make some good ass moonshine. Of course, now I got some motherfucking shine. That shit, it would put some hair in your chest, and I'll knock you right down to knock your dick to the dirt. If you drink one little sip of that, you're gone.
You're gonna be flying and screeching too.
we should get our brewing license, make our own company.
I think that already exists.
And call
Snallygaster.
It's not gonna call Snallygaster. It's gonna be called Gone but Not Forgotten. And it just has a picture of Snallygaster on it.
Oh my God.
Is there any like recent sightings, or at least like in the 2000s sightings?
You know what? I will look that up if you want to continue talking about it. Give me like a couple.
But
minutes.
One of the things too about these cryptids as well with Snallygaster, you don't hear much about it anymore.
Yeah, because like.
But I guess that depend on where you look, depend on who you talk to, depend on where you go. You might, but you don't hear much of it in news anymore.
All right, sightings.
So it's kind of hard to tell.
Apparently spelled the other way.
Which is really weird.
See, pterosaur.
Yeah, there's a pterosaur. Let's see.
But no, like apparently though, I mean, I could be right. Okay, I could have been right. Some crackhead wizard in like the South Mountain probably spawned it out of hell, and he's like, I don't know what to do with it. You can be free. I don't know how to put you back. So in the Snallygaster's like, wait, you told me it's a one-way trip?
Or it could be the one episode of Rick and Morty with the wizard opening up the
the
dragon contract.
Slut!
Yeah.
Here's another article. Centuries old fake news.
Well, it's fake news. There you go. Problem solved.
The Snallygaster is a mysterious unknown cryptid that is said to look like a dragon. The legend of the beast originated with German immigrants that settled Frederick County in central Maryland. Maryland is a mid-Atlantic state defined by blah blah coastlines, Atlantic Ocean, city. This is nothing interesting. The history of the Germans in Baltimore began in the 17th century. The area was first settled by German immigrants beginning in the 1730s. The dragon-like beast allegedly inhabited the wooded hills surrounding Washington and Frederick counties in the state of Maryland, U.S.
Nothing about it being recent years.
No, nothing about it recently.
No. Apparently, the last one died by a moonshine vat. And it's probably ironic.
Probably got hunt down to extinction, or all of them started smelling that fumes, and then next thing you know.
You know, it was probably my.
Imagine
probably
that.
My ancestor.
Like, you're a big bad beast. You're flying over a place, and then all of a sudden, rednecks kill you with moonshine.
Maybe that
German
moonshiner,
rednecks.
Maybe that moonshiner's like, oh, so that kills them. I'm gonna just
make a
this
lot
out
of
there and just let it here.
No, it's the German rednecks killed Snallygaster.
They got
Well, at that time
down.
it wasn't.
They
It
got
wasn't all
homemade
German.
guns that shoot the distilled moonshine darts. So they walk around hunting the
It'd be
Snallygasters.
like Gewehr 98s.
Dark guns from Fallout 3.
What was it called?
Is that Fallout? You guys
Yeah.
play more games.
That's
So
Fallout.
What
apparently,
is
Snallygaster's
Fallout
in
76.
Fallout.
Yeah, it looks like a penis.
It does look like a penis.
I don't know why
Now
they
that's
made it look
Alex
like
the
that.
Fowl.
It definitely looks like a penis.
I don't know why that's the one thing that always annoyed me about 76 too. Is the way they portray the Snallygaster. It's like, why did they make it look like a penis with a freaking xenomorph thing in his mouth?
Yeah. Like the Grafton monster is apparently like a
that's-
Bigfoot, but they made it into.
Well, it was a headless monster.
Okay.
That's so pretty much depending on
I thought
certain
that was
sources.
like Bigfoot or whatever.
I just think it's weird how they just didn't make the Snallygaster look
No,
at all like a...
Flatwoods monsters made sense.
Well, the Flatwoods monster in Fallout 76 makes sense because it fits into the Fallout universe because of the Zeatin stuff. So
Yeah.
the Flatwoods monster is pretty much just a crippled Zeatin, if you will.
yeah, and it's
So it
plus,
works.
well,
so
then
it
what's
doesn't
the-
matter for that. It doesn't matter if it doesn't follow along
No,
the
like
lines
was
of
the
the original
Flatwoods
reports.
was the Flatwoods monster like an actual like alien or whatever?
Cryptids.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Well, it was supposed to be an actual, or people were saying it's an alien, but then other people are saying it's not.
Yeah.
So there's a whole wiki dedicated to cryptids. A whole fandom.
Crippy.
wiki.
No, that sounds wrong. I was trying to think of like a clever name for a Wikipedia about cryptids,
It just
but
starts
instead I
throwing
just
up
sounded
gang
like
signs.
I just think
Yeah. I mean,
Oh
what
my
was that?
God.
I don't think it could be that. I mean, it's still technically a prehistoric animal, like the big giant eagles that they had.
Look
the
at
world
these.
is full of mysterious and unanswered questions.
Now, Alex, from reading those articles, what do you think about Snallygaster?
I think it's definitely interesting. I kind of wonder if maybe. Okay, hear me out. I kind of wonder if there is maybe something in Germany similar to it.
I think that
Maybe
I think it said
something
that there
that
was.
came. I didn't read anything in the one article, so maybe
Might be
it
like-
came. Maybe it followed certain immigrants. Maybe something like
Didn't
that.
they eat Germans or something?
Yeah. That's because that one night when me and you were walking, I was speaking German just to see what happens, but nothing
Snallygaster.
happened.
I don't know why you think a Snallygaster would be casually hanging around the woods behind my house. I'd be like, you haven't
Never
taken my dog yet?
I mean,
then
it's
again,
delicious.
He's
no,
probably like, that
then
motherfucker's
again,
annoying.
yeah, the Snallygaster's probably like, that dog? No, thank you.
That thing's annoying.
That thing will smell me from a mile away.
And he won't shut the fuck up.
No, he
like,
won't. As soon as he hears a twig snap in the woods, his nose is pointed right at the woods, and he will not bark until he
Is that true?
sees it. Yeah.
Okay, because I never saw Rex outside at night, really.
That's because he uses the bathroom at night, and you're usually at work.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's a fair point. Yeah, I kind of wonder if these folklores and stuff are something from like the old country. For
I
a
mean,
lot of
it
settlers,
could be.
You
It
know,
Could just be. It could also be another like.
Or a crackhead wizard who just spawned something out of hell and, like, I don't know how to put you back in.
crackhead wizard. Okay.
So what do you think, Reed?
I don't know.
I mean, I think you're
the bottom of South Mountain isn't that far.
Well,
because he said it was like a scientist.
Maybe we'll have to go explore.
I say it's a scientist experiment, but then I didn't know about it being, the earlier reports being around 17th century. I'm like, well, I don't think there was
George Washington out here playing chemistry.
I don't think George Washington knew how to mess around with
Isaac
chemistry
Newton
set.
just whipping it up in.
And then there's a dog. Great. Now she's gonna.
It definitely looks weird, and like trying to like
Sees my
look at
face.
it, like look at the description that people have given, and like trying to think, okay, what could it be actually? What would screech like that and have giant wings? The only thing I can think of, like bird-wise, that could have giant wings is
Me
an
getting
eagle.
drunk and jumping off a mountain
Yeah.
with a parachute
I mean that too.
or a wing gliding suit.
There you go.
He's like, I got the new Snallygaster moonshine. It's who Reed you soon overcome by moonshine fumes.
Man, well, who isn't overcome by moonshine?
No,
fumes?
Reed, he'll fall in there and be like, hey, my ancestors taught me proud to just drink the whole vat clean.
How many minutes are we at?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's see here. Let me peer.
Oh, that won't tell
I
you.
won't tell you.
thanks for telling me the moment I look over at it.
Oh, we're at 30 minutes. Yeah. Well, you went into here.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess let's end it.
Well, I mean, this podcast has been sad because SnallyGaster got clapped by some fumes.
Well, we don't know if it's extinct. I mean, we haven't seen any reports of it, but maybe after one of the SnallyGasters falling into a vat of moonshine, they're probably like, yeah, this is kind of embarrassing. We're going to keep it on the low profile. We don't want to fly overhead. Like, hey, didn't one of those die in a moonshine vat?
It's just so embarrassed. Like,
stop!
Why do you gotta bring up cousin Ricky?
the SnallyGaster's like, you know what? Let's move out west to the Rockies. Appalachia sucks dick. You know. All right.
I'm tired of Appalachia. These motherfuckers in their moonshine keep killing me. Damn it.
Oh, this is the Appalachian Mountains where stuff comes crawling out of. Not to mention...
Wasn't there something about, like, cultist and Appalachian Trail and sacrifices? You sent me something like that the other day.
Yeah, so many places there have
sacrifices.
Like,
yeah, I mean, fair.
So, like, South Mountain back in the day also had that stuff, like the wizards and stuff like that, witchcraft and cultists and, like...
Blair Witch.
Yeah. And apparently they have this thing called, like, fairy circles and, like, fairies and, like, stuff like that. Some mystical weird stuff. I don't know.
That's cool.
Not like puckwudgies. I wonder if we have any of them. Like little troll creatures.
I've tried spelling that.
Well, there's
I don't
Matt.
know how the hell to spell it.
Yeah, there's Matt. I mean, he's a puckwudgie.
Matt will probably...
Sorry, Matt.
Sorry, Matt. He's like, you guys are fine. All right. Well, this is Source Unknown. I am your host, Ethan.
He forgot his name for a moment.
That's Ethan.
Yeah, Beef and Ethan, and we got...
Alex the Phallist. I'm getting a goddamn, like...
You know you can change it.
I don't know what to change it to because it needs rhymey. Alex. It needs to be rhymey, though.
Alex.
Okay?
Alex the...
Ix.
Alex.
Ix, yeah.
Alex... tricks for Alex? I don't know.
Tricks are for Alex.
Tricks are for Alex.
That was the first thing that just came in my head for some reason. The tricks thing.
Tricks are for kids.
And we got Mr. Narwhal. At least Reed has a normal name.
G-Fuel.
At least he has a normal name.
G-Fuel, if you see this...
Shameless product placement. We're going to get copyrighted probably.
G-Fuel, if you see this, we'll take a sponsorship.
I'll take it.
Fuck you, Reed.
Like if they would sponsor us, I'd be like, hey, what flavor do you want? Or like, what do you want to name it?
All of them.
Just call
name
it all of them.
Name it SnallyGaster Blood.
The Gone Not Forgotten had like a SnallyGaster and stuff like that. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool.
Anyways, that'll go on in private stuff.
All right, well,
talk in private, not anything.
See you guys later.
See ya.
Source Unknown.
All right.
There you go. I ended the video.
You were gonna record.
How do I pause it?
You go up here and press the stop.